Al, we got the breaking news this weekend when Donald Trump spoke at a black church filled mainly with white people that some of his best friends are black. What say you?
I say that I've probably all of my life heard every bigot I've ever talked to say that. That's usually their opening line, that some of my best friends are black. And you say that being defensive because it should be a given that you have friends that are black. The fact that you have to say it tells us that you really do have some biased tendencies, if not an outright bigot. I also think that it takes real effort to go to a black church and have mostly whites in the audience. I mean, in Detroit.
What is that?
I've never heard of that. I've been preaching all my life, and I've never seen a black church in Detroit where the majority of the people in the audience are white. And then you leave there and you go to a real right-wing conference which draws white supremacists. So I think Donald Trump more defined himself to black voters this weekend than he was able to appeal to them.
And to be clear, a black church full of white people is a black church full of white people.
Yes, it is. And to be clear, when Martin Luther King said the most segregated hour in America every week is the hour that people worship at church, well, he was foreseeing the white audience at Donald Trump's black church event.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Molly?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I think some of this is Trump trying to give a permission structure to try to prove or to pretend to more mainstream voters that he's not racist so that they will vote for him. I don't think that he actually believes, and again, the Rev can speak to this much better than I can, that he can actually win black voters.
No, I don't think he can win them. I think he's trying to get some on the margins, and he's trying to really appeal to independents and moderates that he's not racist. And then he lies. He says that black unemployment was low under him than any time in history. Black unemployment now under Joe Biden is lower than it's been at any point in history. During a pandemic that Donald Trump handled, black unemployment went up to like over 16%. And it was Donald Trump that caused the pandemic, and blacks took the brunt of that. So he should not remind blacks of our unemployment numbers under his presidency that really exacerbated the pandemic.
Yeah, a real mishandling of it.